This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
This is your first look at sports. I'm Jonathan Benson. Following his freshman season with the Maryland Terrapins men's basketball team, Shaquille Clare is back home for the summer. Our Julian Gibson caught up with him during the Red Bays Community Basketball Tournament, which was held over the Whit Monday holiday weekend.
Benson Shaquille Clare is calling 2013 a learning experience for him.
I made a lot of mistakes, but as a freshman, this was the year to get all of it out. You know, everyone wanted to be in the NCAA, but only certain teams could get there. And we went to the NIT, we lost to Iowa, but it was a great experience this season. The most important factor for me right now is strength and conditioning and mid-range jump shot. You know, finishing strong around the basket. You know, especially how we move into the Big Ten. It's going to be a lot of physical games.
For his father, Brian Clare, he is proud of his son. He has come very far.
He spent 4 years in Houston, Texas, going to high school, and now he is in the big league at the University of Maryland. And from here on in, it's all up to him. Where he go from here determines how hard he want to work.
Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I am Julian Gibson.
Well, the qualifying rounds for the LPGA Pearsall Classic were hampered severely yesterday by bad weather. Heavy rain forced players off the Ocean Club golf course, leaving organizers in a wait-and-see situation. Our Julian Gibson was able to catch up with Vice President of Rules and Competition for the LPGA, Sue Witter.
We knew there might be a chance of something coming in this afternoon, and unfortunately we got it.
So most of the golfers who's supposed to be practicing, I guess, they're back to their rooms?
Right. We actually have a player meeting going on right now. So everybody was out here this afternoon on a new course trying to see it for the first time. So it screwed up a lot of plans.
Now, the LPGA was not the only sporting body affected by the bad weather yesterday. The New Providence Softball Association was forced to postpone its doubleheader at Blue Hills as rain continued well into the morning hours. And if that wasn't bad enough, check out this footage here shot this morning by the Freedom Farm Baseball Complex in Yamacraw. All the fields there were completely underwater. And this is the bad time of the year for junior baseball, because we could tell you the national championships are coming up. So bad weather there, bad weather for golf. And Charles Fisher is going to come up later in the sports. He went out there today and he'll tell us what's happening. The qualifying rounds for the LPGA's Pearsall Classic were interrupted by bad weather yesterday. Our Charles Fisher stopped by the Ocean Club golf course earlier today to see how this will affect the tournament moving forward.
After the passage of last night's thunderstorm, LPGA officials were out here on the Ocean Club golf course first thing Wednesday morning trying to assess the damage.
We had over a foot of rain. A lot of wind out here. It rained consistently from about 3:30 until I think 2 or 3 in the morning. I got here about 5. Tried to assess what was going on, at least in terms of some structures and so on. We had a lot of wind damage. The monster board on 18 blew over. We had some tents floating around. Obviously the course took on a lot of water, so we're trying to do everything we can to make it playable as soon as possible.
I know the Pro-Am was scheduled for today. What about the qualifiers?
The qualifier was occurring yesterday during the storms, and that had to be canceled just based on the forecast and where we were and what was going on with the weather. So today's Pro-Am was obviously canceled, and we're trying to assess everything.
Officials are hoping for better weather come Thursday morning when things tee off at 7 o'clock in the morning. As for our own Georgette Rule, she's scheduled to tee off at about 12:45. Covering the LPGA's Pearsall Classic at the Ocean Club Golf Course for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
All right, thanks a lot, Charles. Now, we have late word coming in that the opening round of the Pearsall Classic has been postponed from tomorrow until Friday. Hopefully, that will be enough time to get the golf course back in the shape it was in prior to the storm. And should that happen, tournament officials are confident they will have a great weekend of golf.
Oh, it's in great shape. We're really happy with it. The greens look good. They're rolling well. Fairways are terrific. It's depending on the wind, it's going to be a good challenge.
Well, the field of the new Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium was able to weather the storm, and it's in good shape to host tomorrow night's soccer exhibition between Tottenham and Jamaica. Now, we can tell you the Reggae Boys, they will be going into this one with more than a friendly match in mind, as they have 3 main objectives.
Firstly, it is a chance to expose our young players to a Premiership club, and secondly, it is an opportunity for us to engage our Jamaican populace that is living here in Bahamas. And thirdly, we do have three very important game coming soon, starting with Mexico on the 4th. Then we play the United States on the 7th, and then we travel to Honduras on the 11th. So this game is very, very important to us to see where we are.
Now the Jamaican players themselves say they are ready to go.
They just finished the other day, so they're in good condition. We are trying to gel right now, so I think it's going to be a tough one, but even though it's a tough one, we're going to do our best.
I think the team is focused. We're getting involved a lot of players from the Europe, so hopefully we come prepared and come to have a good show.
Well, following elections on April 12th, the new executive board of the Bahamas Olympic Committee is settling in. We recently caught up with Vice President Deron Donaldson, who talked about the BOC's plans moving forward.
We want to make sure put the BOC's brand out there. We want to be friends with the federations, invite the federations, have conferences with the federation, involve them in our committees. Because, I mean, the Olympic movement is powerful. We govern sports here in the country, so we have to set the example. We have to go out there and reach out to the federations, and hopefully, I think plans are in our budget to try and get a home, to get a building that we call home with the Olympic rings all around it, and invite the federations, if they don't have a home, to come there and have a meeting, or come there and have a seminar, or have their executive meeting.
And that will do it for sports, but don't go anywhere. There's more to come after the break.
This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.